Clifford was the guy that brought the team together. I didn't know this until after the season we got to talking. Clifford called a meeting and didn't tell me about it and brought all the players in. So I'm going to let him tell you what he did. This was pretty interesting.
I don't know why I got to tell this story. But anyways, I came from Chicago, which is the Midwest, and I didn't know what I was getting into. But I met him. He was the first guy I met when I came here, and then I watched the players. You know, so when you're a player, you get to know guys, and so they were all talking. And I noticed that there was a little bit of friction. But when I looked at the team, what made me want to go back home to Chicago and get my stuff ready to come out here, I looked at the team and I said, we could win. And so I knew that to make it happen, you'd have to have harmony, being able to work together. Pretty much like what's going on in Oakland right now. People working together.
Yeah.
So I asked Coach Addles and Coach Roberts if I could talk to the team. And I left Rick and Jeff Mullins. I said, didn't really need the veteran guys. So I stood there and I said, let me ask you a question. I said, anybody in this room can average 40 points a night? Anybody average 30 points a night? Nobody raised their hand. So then I said, okay. So if you got a guy playing 48 minutes a game every night, you know you can count on him to give you 30 and 40 and maybe 50 if he's rolling. And I said, I came here to get him open. So he's gonna be rolling. You don't have to worry about it. And I said, but what you gotta do is understand him, his personality. Because a lot of times Rick would throw a pass. You're supposed to be there. Nobody in the stands knew that guy's supposed to be there, but we knew he was supposed to be there. And so he might say, yo, you're supposed to be there. Well, nothing is more harder than playing in front of 15, 16,000 people and you can't hide. Because when something don't go right, it's just like if something don't go right on your job, everybody is gonna be in the paper. Right? Am I right? That's right. Okay. So anyhow, all of that being said, I just tried to eliminate the problems of them understanding what kind of person that he was. He's the best human being I know. He's my best friend. He got hurt. I got on the plane, I was right there. I mean, that's how it is with us. It's that way with all the guys on my team, Jamal Wilkes, all us guys, we all talk. I probably talk to him more than anybody. Like I said, we the odd couple. I cook, he cleans up, that kind of thing. If he don't want to go somewhere with his wife, he sends me. We had the All-Star team, he didn't want to go to the All-Star game, and me and his wife go. So, you don't have, my father always told me that you're lucky if you have two friends at the end of your lifetime. And I got one, so that's how it goes.
You got two here. Yeah!
Yeah, he's a very, very special guy, and we had a bunch of special guys on our team because you don't win with everybody doesn't contribute. And I always tell everybody, say, MVP of the finals, and I said, look, we don't even get to the finals if it wasn't for us being a team. We were blessed there's very few teams that have rookies contribute the way we had rookies contribute. Unfortunately, one of our teammates is no longer with us. He died at a very early age, but he was a great player, Phil Smith, who became an all-star player. But the other one, who I'm so happy for, because I've been campaigning for him for years, he's had a remarkable career as a basketball player, and he was so instrumental in us being the championship team that we were, and that is the Rookie of the Year from 1974-75, and now I'm so happy to say Hall of Fame basketball player Jamal Wilkes. I'll say hi to everybody, thank you for being here, but I'm so happy for hey, by the way, he has a new book out. It's only, how much does it cost? He's on a book tour.
$19.95, Amazon.com.
There you go, Amazon.com, 1995. And tell me the name of the book and say
Thanks, Rick. Jamal Wilkes, Memoirs of the Original Smooth as Silk. But I would like to say what a privilege and honor. I'd like to thank Tom for not only hosting this. I just can't tell you, coming in as a rookie, having a great superstar to watch every day in practice and to practice against to get better, and then having a great, and I agree with you, Rick, glue is the right word. He kept us all in check, and I remember that meeting that you had. Said, who here can score 40, 30 points, and nobody raised their hand. I just can't tell you what a thrill it was for me to be part of that championship season and to learn from these guys and from Coach Adams. And I want to just acknowledge Coach Adams. Oh, okay, good. For allowing our veteran leadership to express itself. But it's just a thrill to be here, guys.
Thank you very much, Jamal. Appreciate that. And Alan, the person that was in charge of doing it, because no team is successful if you don't have the right kind of leadership at the top. And it's nice to know that you have a guy there that not only if things got out of hand would have your back, because in his playing days he was known as the Destroyer. And nobody ever messed with him when he was playing ball. He was very tough. He probably would have been a great boxer if he ever decided to do that. But he's a fellow New Jerseyite, and he was a great leader for us. And I'm going to bring him up with his assistant, who also did a great job, and that's Joe Roberts, our assistant coach, and also Coach Al Adams. So they will come up here. And I'm going to tell you one quick thing about Joe. Is that in game number 4, when we won the championship back in Washington, Mike Reardon, they were so frustrated, they were trying to get me thrown out of the game, and Mike Reardon was beating me up from the start of the game and jumped over my back, and Al came running on the court to try to make sure I didn't get into a fight and get thrown out, and then he got thrown out of the game, and Joe Roberts took over control of the team. And to Joe's credit, you know, he had some veteran players, Jeff and I were trying to say things and all, and Joe took control in the huddle. When we were coming from behind, it was a very important game, obviously, and I always remember that, and I respected Joe a great deal for rising to the occasion and leading us down the path to victory in that game. So, Joe, great job with that. Thank you very much. And Joe, of course, here comes the Destroyer himself, our head coach, and a man who has been with the Warriors forever, Coach Al Adams.
It's a pleasure being here, having an opportunity to see these players. It's a great thing. We're heading in the right direction. We're not there yet. We're heading in the right direction. But I wanted to say to Rick, if it hadn't been for you and the leadership that you gave the rest of the players, we would not be here talking about that championship team. So let's give Rick a big hand. The gentleman on my right is a player who I played against when he was at Syracuse. And he's a terrific basketball player, and he's a great coach, Joe Roberts. So say hello to Joe. Hey, Joe. I still work with the Warriors, contrary to popular belief. But what's important is many people get twisted. They think that if you win a couple games, you're going to win the championship. Let's think about what happens once the playoff starts. We're heading in the right direction. Don't give up on us. The coach is doing a great job with some great players. And we have these two players in the back waiting. If they don't do the right thing, we'll get both of them come out. Thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it.
One of our other teammates who's no longer with us, unfortunately, and of course he was a local product here and played for Cal. In fact, actually, he was a teammate of Tom Henderson's, and that's Charlie Johnson. And he was a very important part of our team. He was our starting 2 guard. He could really shoot the ball and was a great person. And unfortunately, we lost him much too early. So he and all the rest of the guys, Charles Dudley and George Johnson, and everybody that was part of that team are guys that we'll certainly never forget, and I know it's the fondest memories I ever had. Check my website out sometime, rickbarry24.com, because I'm into fishing. That's my new passion in life now. And Clifford and I go up to Alaska, so we'll probably have another trip coming up. We have some this summer, but if you ever want to go on a great fishing trip and hang out with us, check out rickbarry24.com and you can learn all about it.
Are you ready?